Welcome to the In Progress Work section. This is the fun place where we can start managing the ideas of art pieces, turn them into artworks, and see where are they at in our studio. So, where we previously talked about art inspirations, in references, then we've turned those into art ideas. Now we can start making cards in our Kanban system to visually track ideas that are not yet started, ideas that are in progress, and when they are done. Something to remember is that as your art business grows, as your practice grows, you might have very key stages, and that changes based off of the medium or the types of work you're doing. For example, if it's painting, you might want, it's sketched, the canvas is prepped. There's different elements along the workflow that might be important for you to track. One of the easiest ways is to go down to this table and just add a new progress status. So sketched. And you can add that up here and move a piece through to say, okay, I've not started it, I've sketched it, it's in progress, it's done. So as you want to track different elements in your process, feel free to go ahead and track that. When you want to start an idea or a piece, make a new page. What it will do is it will create a Kanban card, which is just another way to say an element, a card right here that moves through this workflow from not started to done. Once you do, you can go in here and it has properties. Properties are just elements from a database. The reason they're helpful for us is they help us sort views. Like we have this property hidden, but the status is what is filtered out in this board for us to see. The things you want to think about is just for the in progress section, when you start a piece, when do you start it? Okay, I started it today. You can track when you last worked on it, which for me is very helpful because that way you can see, okay, when was the last time I worked on this piece? Oh crap, it's been a week, a month, a day. It can allow me to understand and better manage my goals by keeping on track of when did I work on a piece. So that way it's not just some vague idea in the back of your head, but something you can manage and understand. When you start, you can put the size here, but now once you get to these other elements, those will be helpful in the portfolio section. The reason I say we don't want to work on them now is this card is not just used in the in-progress works, but will be used in the portfolio. So when you finished a piece, when it started, you move it into in progress, and when it's done, it goes over here. All pieces that are done will then populate into the portfolio section where you can see all of your completed works. But going back to the in-progress works, we want to look at what are we putting on this card and how can it help us. Once we got this first information, we probably want to make sure we put an art title in. A lot of times, when we're just starting work, we don't have a title. We want to come back and finish and create more finalized titles later. But for me, I'm thinking, let's do portrait of my friend Mark. I'm thinking green colors. Great, it's a nice initial idea. Whatever image or thought you have and nomenclature you use in your studio, go ahead and use it. Then down here, you can jot down your initial ideas. What's the subject? What's the media? Any reference images you have. And then we have a comment section, which I myself find very helpful. You can attach files. You can mention other people, pages, dates. So if you found a task that's really important, or you wanted to link a tutorial, you can link it here or up here. But my absolute favorite part is I can leave notes to myself to say, was working on the portrait today. The nose is a little warped. I tried using some blue, purple to get the shadows, but want to try a peach tone in the highlight to see if that helps with the structure and feeling. And then you add the comment, and then you have your own little note system on your pieces. So not only can you see when was the last time I worked on it, but you can pick up on the ideas. And you don't have to have your laptop. You can access this directly from your mobile and just keep track of what you've been working on And say you write this in your sketchbook, you can always take your sketchbook and then digitize it later. Or, add photos of your sketchbook, little notes you've taken. Up here, you can change the cover image to be a status photo of your artwork. You can link to an online photo or just choose a fun representation. I really like that you can put your thumbnails or sketches when it's first an idea. Then you can kind of keep a progress look. So you can say, okay, this is what my piece looked like last time I worked on it, and this is where I'm going. Or if you have a very clear reference photo, you can use, say, that portrait, the photo of your friend Mark or some initial sketches as a guide and a resource. Then as you move it through, as we said before, it'll move to the done section and move to the portfolio section. Below, we have the database available just so you have a little bit easier access to see your pieces in one place. We wanted to make sure it was easily accessible so you can change statuses without worrying about going into the properties of this board view. So good luck, and I'll see you over in the portfolio.